Hey guys, welcome to episode 7 of Winning the Premier League with Blackburn. Our first match of this episode is against Birmingham City. It is a cup match. However, I decided to simulate it because I felt pretty comfortable that I could win if I simulated it. And I managed to do so 3-0. And we are able to move on in the cup after this. However, between our next game, we only had 1 day of rest, so I was forced to make a lot of changes that kind of worried me since my next game was against Bolton, and they are very close to us in the league table, and I needed to get a win against Bolton. That would be very important for the campaign. But here in the 11th minute, what looks like a good goal from David Goodwillie is disallowed because apparently he fouled the defender. Let's take a look and see what actually happened. And there is a slight bump, but that is just it, a very slight bump between them. I definitely don't think it's a foul, but however, the game will remain 0-0. And so later on in the game, we have some bad news as Scott Dan would go down with an injury. My star defender, he would be forced to come out of the game. But I would not let that get me down as Jordan Rhodes in the 77th minute makes a great pass to David Goodwillie, who puts it in the back of the net, making the score 1-0, and that is how it would finish, 1-0 with me on top, taking 3 points. However, Scott Dan would be out for 4 weeks, which is not good. But my new defender, Brom, he does quite well in his debut, and later Valencia offered me a contract, but I could not accept because that would ruin the point of this series. So now we got our first World Cup game with Finland. It will be against Portugal, and so against Portugal, of course, the one thing that you would be worrying about is this man right here. And after many Portuguese chances early on in the game, I was able to get a good breakaway going, which would lead to a pretty cheap goal, but oh well, it's a miracle that Finland is ahead of Portugal. So, can I keep the lead? And the answer is no, as Raul Morales would score a goal in the 39th minute to make it 1-1. But I was not done. I would score another goal in the 49th minute with Tainio making the score 2-1 for Finland. However, this lead would also be short-lived as Nani would score a good goal in the 51st minute, making the score 2-2. And then later on, the man we all know scores a great goal, doing his thing, putting Portugal up 3-2. And you might think that at this point I've already lost, but no. Finland does not give up. 89th minute, passes to Hämäläinen, who scores a nice goal, making the score 3-3. Finland shocking the world by drawing Portugal. It's really a miracle. And so our next game would end up being against the Czech Republic, and there are 5 words that I've described this game. Son of a fucking bitch. And I lost 5-0. However, our next game against Leeds United back in the regular season with Blackburn. Here, Pedersen draws a foul, and of course, any free kick that Pedersen can take, you know it's a threat to go in. This one, however, would be saved by the goalie. And that was really the only chance, as I would draw 0-0. Next game against Bristol City, I decided to simulate since they are terrible. I won comfortably 4-0. And that is actually the end of this episode. I know it was a short episode, but beginning of next episode, you got Chelsea in the FA Cup, and that'll be a fun game. Just wait until you see what happens in that game. But I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please like, subscribe, do whatever. Thanks for watching.